Yeah, I was just giving Mr. Lucas a bit to revive him. No, who's not left?
Do you still remember the lift bell, the witty banter, and the unforgettable comedy of Are You Being Served? This legendary British sitcom, first aired in 1972, became a staple of classic television and a cherished childhood memory for millions. But behind the studio lights were stories of loss, struggle, and quiet heartbreak. Some were adored by the nation, but passed away in loneliness. Some made the world laugh, but battled illness in silence. Welcome to Hollywood Movie Stars. Today, we'll reveal how the cast of Are You Being Served has changed after more than 50 years. How old were you when you first watched this show? Drop your answer in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more nostalgic stories. Mollie Sugden.
My pussy got soaking wet.
Mollie Sugden portrayed Mrs. Betty Slocombe, head of the ladies' wear department at Grace Brothers, beginning in 1972 at the age of 46. Her character was known for ever-changing hair colors, sharp wit, and fiery personality, often stern yet fiercely loyal to her colleagues. Her on-screen chemistry with Mr. Humphries, John Inman, and Captain Peacock, Frank Thornton, became a comedic staple of the show.
Did you? Well, hard cheese.
Born Isabel Mary Sugden on July 21, 1922, in Yorkshire, England, she worked as a secretary before enrolling at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. Mollie's career gained momentum later in life, achieving widespread acclaim through Are You Being Served? She also starred in other successful British sitcoms like That's My Boy and The Liverbirds. After Are You Being Served? Ending in 1985, Mollie reprised her role in the spin-off Grace and Favor, 1992 to 1993, though it didn't match the original's popularity. She gradually retired from acting after 2000. Her personal life remained peaceful. She married fellow actor William Moore in 1958, and they had twin sons, living together in Surrey. On July 1, 2009, Mollie passed away just 20 days before her 87th birthday due to complications following surgery. She was buried alongside her husband, who had died a year earlier, in a Surrey cemetery. There were no reports of scandal, addiction, or financial ruin throughout her life. At the time of her death, Mollie's net worth was estimated at around £3 million, stemming from royalties and property investments. John Inman.
It's the masked stranger. Take my body, but leave my jewels alone.
John Inman became a household name portraying Mr. Wilberforce Claiborne Humphries, the effeminate yet lovable menswear assistant at Grace Brothers. He joined the cast in 1972 at age 36. Mr. Humphries was known for his theatrical flair, campy demeanor, and the now iconic catchphrase, "I'm free." He shared many comic exchanges with Mrs. Slocombe and often stole the scene with his expressive delivery and clever timing. Born on June 28, 1935, in Preston, Lancashire, Inman was raised by a working-class family. Before acting, he worked in a menswear shop, which later helped shape his character. He studied at the Wilkinson's Academy of Acting and started performing in repertory theater in the 1950s. After Are You Being Served? Concluded in 1985, John Inman reprised his iconic role in Grace and Favor, 1992 to 1993, although it didn't replicate the original's success. He continued acting on stage and television, though by the early 2000s, his health began to deteriorate. John shared his life with partner Ron Lynch for over 3 decades. They entered into a civil partnership in 2005, shortly after it became legally recognized in the UK. Though they had no children, Inman remained a beloved figure in British households. Inman was diagnosed with a severe respiratory infection in 2004. later identified as hepatitis A-related pneumonia. On March 8, 2007, he passed away at age 71 at St. Mary's Hospital in Paddington, London. His funeral was a private affair, and he was cremated at Golders Green Crematorium. At the time of his passing, his net worth was estimated at £2.8 million, stemming primarily from royalties and stage tours. Frank Thornton.
May I say that this comes as a great... Where are they?
They've gone down to the basement with your medal.
Stupid.
Frank Thornton portrayed Captain Peacock, head of the men's department. At 51, he stepped into the role in 1972. His character was known for a pompous demeanor, strict adherence to rules, and a clipped upper-class accent, frequently clashing with colleagues like Mr. Rumbold and Mrs. Slocombe. Born Frank Thornton Ball on January 15, 1921, in Dulwich, London, he hailed from a middle-class background. He initially worked in insurance before studying at the London School of Dramatic Art. Before landing his iconic role, he spent over 2 decades in supporting parts across the stage and TV. Peacock brought Thornton public fame. Ironically, he admitted he disliked overly stiff characters, but that very stiffness made Peacock a comic delight. Thornton also starred in Last of the Summer Wine, showcasing his long-lasting comedic skill. Following Are You Being Served? Xerania, Thornton remained active, most notably playing Truly in Last of the Summer Wine, from 1997 to 2010. While his later career wasn't as high-profile, he remained beloved by mature British audiences. He married Beryl Evans in 1945, and the couple had 1 daughter. Known for his private lifestyle, Thornton avoided celebrity drama and lived quietly. There's no public record of any major post-fame crises. Frank Thornton passed away peacefully on March 16, 2013, at a retirement home in Barnes, London, at the age of 92. His cause of death was attributed to natural causes. Per family wishes, he was cremated privately. His estimated net worth at the time of his death was around £2 million, a testament to a diligent, steady career that spanned over 6 decades. Wendy Richard.
I stood on a corner and I lifted my skirt and showed a bit of stocking like Marilyn Monroe did in Bastille.
Wendy Richard portrayed Miss Shirley Brahms, a junior sales assistant in the wear department. At just 29 years old in 1972, she stood out with her thick Cockney accent and witty, outspoken personality. Brahms often exchanged sharp remarks with Mr. Lucas and clashed humorously with Mrs. Slocombe. Born Wendy Emerton on July 20, 1943 in Middlesbrough, her early life was marked by tragedy. Her father died by suicide when she was 11. Wendy and her mother moved to London, where she worked various jobs, including waitress and secretary, before gaining admission to RADA. Outside the sitcom, Richard achieved immense fame as Pauline Fowler in the BBC soap EastEnders for over 2 decades, cementing her status as a British TV icon. After Are You Being Served?, Wendy Richard became even more iconic through her role in EastEnders. While professionally successful, her personal life was difficult. She married 4 times, but had no children. She also battled depression stemming from romantic failures and work stress. Diagnosed with breast cancer in 1996, Wendy endured multiple recurrences and aggressive treatments. In 2008, the disease spread to her bones. She married her longtime partner, John Burns, just months before her passing. Wendy Richard died on February 26, 2009, at the Harley Street Clinic in London, aged 65. She was laid to rest at East Finchley Cemetery. Her net worth at the time of her death was estimated at £4 million, an enduring legacy of a tireless performer and beloved national figure. Nicholas Smith.
You're 40 with a 21-inch bust.
No, it's the other way round.
What's the other way round?
Nicholas Smith played the role of Mr. Cuthbert Rumbold, the supervisor of the men's clothing department. He was 38 years old when the show began in 1972. Rumbold was known for his oversized ears, bumbling demeanor, and weak leadership, often mocked by his subordinates. Still, he remained fiercely loyal to upper management, especially Mr. Grace. Nicholas John Smith was born on March 5, 1934, in Banstead, Surrey, England. A classically trained musician and actor, he studied at the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School. Before his television breakthrough, he worked in repertory theaters and landed minor roles in dramas and comedies on British TV. Beyond the series, Smith appeared in shows such as Doctor Who, The Saint, and later lent his voice to a character in Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, 2005, showcasing his range and versatility. After Are You Being Served ended, Nicholas Smith continued acting but preferred to lead a quiet, private life. He was married to Mary Smith and had one daughter, Catherine Russell, who followed in his footsteps and became a successful actress in the UK. He stayed clear of controversies and major personal struggles, often turning down roles to prioritize time with family. In later years, he suffered a severe head injury from a fall and passed away on December 6, 2015, at a hospital in Sutton, Greater London, aged 81. Nicholas Smith was the last surviving original cast member of Are You Being Served? At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at £1.2 million, a testament to his long-standing career and modest lifestyle. Trevor Bannister.
Neither am I.
It's the skirt.
Trevor Bannister portrayed Mr. Lucas, the cheeky junior sales assistant in the menswear department from 1972 to 1979, aged 36 to 43 during filming. Mr. Lucas was known for his sharp wit, flirtatious behavior, especially toward Miss Brahms, and comedic exchanges with Mr. Granger and Mr. Humphries. His charm and mischief made him a fan favorite in the early seasons. His full name was Trevor Gordon Bannister, born on August 14, 1934, in Durrington, Wiltshire, England. Coming from a middle-class family, he trained at the Central School of Speech and Drama in London. In his early years, he worked various jobs, including as a secretary, to support his education. Beyond Are You Being Served?, he was well regarded for his work in the TV drama The War of Darky Pilbeam and appeared regularly in West End theater, praised for his natural stage presence and strong comic timing. After leaving the show in 1979, Trevor Bannister focused more on theater, where he remained active for decades. He married actress Mary Bannister and had 3 sons. He kept a low public profile, enjoyed gardening and rural holidays. He stayed away from scandals throughout his life. In 2001, he returned to TV as Toby Mulberry Smith in Last of the Summer Wine, a recurring role he held for 10 years. Sadly, Bannister died suddenly of a heart attack at his home in Thames Ditton, Surrey, on April 14, 2011, just days before his 77th birthday. He was laid to rest in a local cemetery. Fans and co-stars alike mourned his passing. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at around £950,000, a reflection of a consistent but modestly lived acting career. Arthur English.
Could be your last chance.
Arthur English played Mr. Harmon, the stockroom maintenance man at Grace Brothers, from 1976 to 1985, between the ages of 57 and 66. As the only working-class character among the core staff, Mr. Harmon brought street-smart wisdom and cheeky commentary to balance the otherwise stuffy floor staff. He often shared humorous banter with Mr. Humphries and Miss Brahms. Born Arthur Leslie Norman English on May 9, 1919, in Aldershot, Hampshire, he hailed from a working-class background. Before television, he was a house painter and a successful stand-up comic. He served in the British Army during World War II. After the series ended, Arthur English largely stepped back from major roles and opted for a quieter life. Tragically, his first wife, Ivy, passed away in 1975, and his second marriage to Teresa Mann ended in separation. His daughter, Claire Louise, struggled with mental health issues, which took a heavy emotional toll on him. Later in life, Arthur suffered from severe arthritis and needed a cane to walk. He lived modestly in a small home in Surrey. Despite his fame, he faced financial difficulties and relied on veteran actors' pension schemes. Arthur English passed away on April 16, 1995, at age 75 from complications related to a lung condition. He was laid to rest in his hometown of Aldershot. His net worth at the time of death was estimated to be under £150,000, a modest sum reflecting his humble lifestyle and long-spanning but financially limited career. Harold Bennett.
You've all done very well.
Thank you, Mr. Grace.
Harold Bennett portrayed young Mr. Grace, the eccentric and fragile managing director of Grace Brothers from 1972 to 1977, age 73 to 79. Ironically referred to as young, his character was a doddering elderly man who constantly needed a nurse nearby. This satirical naming was part of the show's iconic humor. Despite his age and confusion, he held ultimate authority, often meddling with floor operations. Born Harold Frank Bennett on September 17, 1898, in Hastings, East Sussex, he worked as a civil servant at the British Foreign Office before transitioning to acting at the age of 60, a rare career pivot. Before the sitcom, he appeared in Dad's Army, The Good Life, and The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrine, known for his slow, dithering delivery, vacant stares, and shaky voice that gave him a distinct comedic presence. After leaving the series in 1977 due to health concerns, Harold Bennett made a few minor appearances, but soon retired fully. Living into his 80s, he remained private in London. Never married and without children, he enjoyed reading history, journaling, and caring for his cats. In 1980, a bathroom fall caused a fractured hip, significantly deteriorating his health. He passed away on September 15, 1981, just 2 days shy of his 83rd birthday, due to respiratory failure in Camden, London. His funeral was held privately, and his ashes were interred at Golders Green Crematorium. Though never wealthy, his estimated net worth at the time of death was around £60,000, built from modest television earnings and prudent savings. Harold's life serves as a reminder that success can arrive later in life and still leave a lasting legacy. Arthur Braw.
Do you smoke?
Yes, indeed.
Have a cigarette.
Arthur Braw portrayed Mr. Ernest Granger, the stern and fussy head of the men's wear department from 1972 to 1977, aged 67 to 72. Granger was old-fashioned, often irritable, and insisted on tradition and punctuality. His character clashed with younger staff like Mr. Lucas and Mr. Humphries, fueling many humorous exchanges. Born as Frederick Arthur Baker on February 26, 1905 in Petersfield, Hampshire, he studied literature at Rada and served in the Royal Navy during World War II. Post-war, he and his wife, Elizabeth Addyman, founded the Folkestone Repertory Company, a local theater that trained numerous actors, including Peter O'Toole's future wife. On set, Arthur was known for his punctuality, dry wit, and generous nature. He often brought biscuits and tea to share with the cast. His presence gave the series a grounded, classic theatrical charm that balanced the sitcom's broader comedy. Arthur Braw faced personal tragedy after the passing of his wife, Elizabeth, in March 1978. Just 2 months later, on May 28, 1978, he died of a heart attack at age 73 at Folkestone Hospital. At the time, he had begun preparing for a return to stage acting. His ashes were buried alongside his wife at Cheriton Church in Kent. His daughter, Joanna, once revealed, "He never recovered from losing my mother." Following his departure from Are You Being Served?, Arthur withdrew from public life, rarely accepting new roles. At the time of his death, his estimated net worth was around £40,000, mainly from his theater work and lifelong savings. Though his time on the series was brief, Arthur Bro's portrayal of Mr. Granger remains iconic. His presence grounded the show in theatrical authenticity and reflected a lifetime devoted to the stage. The journey of Are You Being Served? The cast reflects both the glamour and the silent struggles behind the scenes. Each actor carried a unique path. Some rose further, others stepped away quietly, and some faced heartbreaking turns. We've done our best to present the most accurate and respectful information. However, if you notice any mistakes, feel free to share in the comments kindly. Your feedback helps us grow and improve. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Hollywood movie stars for more emotional and unforgettable journeys from the world of Hollywood.